Good morning. It is 8:59. Almost straight up. Not straight up because the minute hand's not quite on the 12 yet, right? So you can't call that straight up.
Over. Hello, everybody. Straight up 9 o'clock. And I know that because I can hear my train clocks going through their 3 phases of making train noises. We have William, Dawson, Rich, Sin, Sam, and I told you guys, great guy. And the professor joins us for 2 nights in a row. I swear the earth will stop spinning. Tony Wallow was first. Let's see if this is going to work. It worked earlier. And yep, there we go. Robert Michael was second. Followed by B.H. Ringer. Say it isn't so, lad. Bad, sad, mad. Engrish. It's a slogan from a guy I knew in the military. Everything he addressed was, say it isn't so, lad. You just won $1 million. Say it isn't so, lad. Half of South Korea just fell off into the ocean. Say it isn't. I swear to God, everything is said. Say it wasn't so, lad, or isn't so. Rose Tanjay said, thumbs up, done. Ronaldo says, thumbs up, done. That's what TAMSAK stands for. I don't know how you get thumbs up out of TAMSAK. But that's what it means. Greg says, I'm in 7th place, was cleaning the love seat with his, and you were cleaning the love seat while you were so remind me to discuss that with you after the show. This doesn't sound family friendly. Rick Lakes, hello everyone. 2 above here now, dipping down to 4 below. Man, he can keep that weather. That is cold. That just sounds cold. Yeah, we're gonna have some rain. Okay, so that's horrible. I'm gonna have to make an adjustment on the Long Dog novels. He did post a link. I did check it out. That was interesting. 1:48. Not my thing, but interesting. Sin Vicious says, Ken. In honor of Beetlejuice. Tony Michael says hi. Hi, Tony. One Fish says hi. Well, he's waving hi. Ski Man says, hope we would not be stuck in night mode. And that should bring me caught up to chat. So, let me bring you guys in. Nobody's heard anything you said. Now you guys can talk. If you'd like to say hello to the world, say hello to the
world.
Hello to the world. Say hello to the world.
Hi, y'all.
Say hello to the world. Yep, I confirmed audio, so we're good. Tony Wallow confirms audio as well. A normal OO with a finger pointing that way. And I believe my green screen is still messed up. It is. I shot the video this morning without the green screen so that the green screen would be behind me. Good to see everybody. I hope everybody's doing better than I am doing. My stomach is back to doing what it was doing last week, but I'm going to fight through this for you guys.
Okay. Got some audio now. Hello, world.
You believe that? Hello, Sam. Remind me I have a Destiny's Child question for you after the stream ends, please.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, it's a simple one. Do what,
Oh.
Greg?
Are the Pharaohs with Sam
Simple.
tonight?
I don't know. Okay, so
Is
Photo Mix
Sam the
Media's,
Pharaohs?
huh?
Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs.
Yes, I remember.
Wooly Bully.
Did I see that on Doug's today? No, where I saw that somewhere today, actually. That's odd. This isn't
Alex,
so
make
bad,
it
lad.
okay.
English, Jim. No. Ski Man said he went shopping with the wife and had a horrible dinner. Yeah. Join us for the after Zoom, after stream Zoom. I'll tell you about how my day went.
I don't
Say
think
it
I would
isn't
say that-
so.
I don't think I would say that to my wife, but
Well, it depends. Maybe she had the opinion that it was bad as well. You never know. You just never
Like when-
know.
Like when my ex-wife used to make quiche, or as I call it, yucky pie.
Okay. Was she American, Italian, German, Vietnamese? I mean, you traveled the world.
No, she was American.
All right.
she was from Alabama.
He
No.
said we had
no.
pizza out. All right.
Well, there's a Pizza Inn. There's a place called Pizza Inn.
Are they still in? Well, they might be in business in the South.
I'm not sure if they really are or not. I just said I didn't know if you knew about that.
Yeah, I've heard of Pizza Inn. So anyway, you all right, Alex?
Yes.
Are you
I have an
chomping at the bit to say what you want to say?
Well, I have an update first while I'm thinking about it.
Oh darn! His soundbar went out again. What? I don't get what's up with that boy's soundbar. I don't know why he just
I don't
didn't go
know.
out and buy a new one. Now this will verify if he's watching the stream or not. And he knew that was coming, by the way. Las Vegas is in the house. Hello, Jeff. Jeff is probably shaking his head over a message I sent to him. I'll explain that to him later. What happened? You were getting ready to update us and your soundbar went out again.
Okay. First, I have a little bit of a YouTube update.
Okay.
For me that I want to give everybody. As everybody knows, for the past month, I've had the free trial of YouTube Premium on my account. Well, today was the ending of said free trial. Well, before I enabled the free trial, when I had the ad blocker turned on Firefox for YouTube, it would come up with that message that says that YouTube message that says ad blockers are not allowed on YouTube and blah 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 blah. Well, my YouTube Premium subscription is no longer active, and as of right now, this very minute, I have the ad blocker re-enabled in Firefox for YouTube, and it's blocking the ads and not giving me that error message.
Wait 2 or 3 days. It'll come back.
Yep.
I tried that.
Yeah, they got a schedule. They bring it back every like once or twice a week.
Yeah, after the stream ends, so that hopefully YouTube can't hear anything, I'll tell you guys what I've concluded and deducted and how I'm doing things. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's the right way. It's just what works for me, except for one little issue. But anyway, you all right, Jeff? Looks like you're stretching to get ready to run the marathon.
Well, I'm stretching, getting ready to take the dog out. I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
You mean run a marathon?
I think I know what's going on with your loan.
With the okay. Well, yeah,
I'll tell you.
we'll discuss that afterwards as well. But I kid you not, I talked to the Josh Kinder chief of the banking world today. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in my job application that came in today again, I finished filling it out, and my dad's gonna go up there tomorrow. He's gonna be up there in Pine Bluff or something tomorrow, so he's gonna go up there and he's gonna physically drop it off. They have a drop off box right outside the front door. He's gonna physically drop it off in their drop off box. So they're going to immediately get it tomorrow. So I won't have to work. I won't have to wait on it to be mailed.
Maybe they'll get it immediately tomorrow by putting it in the drop off box. You're relying on them to go out and check that box every so often. My question to you would be, why can't he just walk in and hand it to someone? Then they do get it immediately.
Well, he can, but I just say that drop off box because that's where if people don't want to mail their if the waiver workers don't want to mail their paperwork and they're close enough in town, you can just drop it off in that box.
I get it.
So that's
I get it.
that's
I
what that's
understand
for. And then they check it every so often and they get it.
I get it. I understand it. I'm going to try something over here on the popped out chat and see if this works or not. It'll be interesting to see.
Well,
I get it, Alex. I'm just saying you're anticipating that he's going to put it in the box at, let's just say 8 o'clock, and they're going to get it about 10. They might not check that box until 4 or 5 in the afternoon, in which case it'll be Monday morning before they get it. If he were to be able to walk in and say, here it is, that's instant. That's all I'm saying.
If they checked it the same day at all.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, you never know.
You may do that because the deal was my mom didn't have another envelope to put that paperwork in to be able to put a stamp on it, send it back.
Right. Well, since it came in a manila envelope that's what, 8 by 11 with the brass clip.
I guess Sheridan don't have a post office.
Pony Express, Chris. Pony Express. They're still just a little bit behind the times. I mean, that'll speed the process up. That's good.
Yeah,
Ran Israel joins us in the chat room. Hello, Ran. It's only what, 4:15 around in your neck of the woods, AM, I'm guessing, or would that be PM? That might be PM. No, I can't remember. He'll tell me. Yeah, Mrs. K likes thin crust pizza as well. We paid $4.95, I think it was, from Walmart the other day. Thin crust, it was really good. I was impressed.
Yes, that's all we order around here is thin. That's all we order around here is thin crust. If I'm somewhere else and somebody else orders normal pizza, I will eat it. But we have always preferred thin crust.
Okay, Rand said he said hello and I missed it. You can start calling me Douglas. There it is. I found it. Yeah, how did I miss that? I'm not sure how I missed that. We'll give him some love here. He should pop up on the screen here. There he is. Good morning, Rand. 4:12 a.m. I appreciate you being here. I hope you're just waking up to go have a work day or you have the day off or something. Either way, I do appreciate you being here. There you go. Rick says he doesn't care for thin crust. I like stuffed crust, and I like thin crust now that Mrs. K is basically, that's all we get. There you go, Ghetto Ken.
Yeah. That's the only food I'm really picky about. I like
what, pizza? You're picky about pizza. Food? Come on, Alex. You're not picky. If someone said, "Here's a bowl of," you're going to gobble it up. I will eat picky.
It, but if there's one particular food I have the most preferences about, it's pizza because I like it thin crust, hot right out of the oven, and like as brown and crispy as you can get it.
I know you like your volcano heat.
Yeah, you should watch the YouTube chat, and Long Dog posted a link in there on a trailer about the hot pepper industry. You might want to check that out. It was interesting. Um, I remember growing up as a kid, we did not buy Pizza Hut, which at that time was all they had. My mom handmade. There's the first English word. Handmade all the pizza. She'd buy the ground beef, she'd buy the sausage, the pepperoni, the cheeses, the tomatoes, the you name it, whatever you can think, with the exception of anchovies, whatever you can think would go on a pizza, she would buy, and she would hand make the pizzas. And sometimes they were thin crust, sometimes they were thick crust. There was never consistency, but they were good. And that's all that counted. They were very good. I could never eat at Pizza Hut. Yuck. Yeah, they seem to have gone way downhill.
That's about all we have here. Is we only have two pizza places in town here, and I don't like either. I don't like either one of them. I could think of at least 4 other pizza places that I'd rather have than the 2 that we have here in town.
My kids were younger, about 12 and 14. They used to work at a Pizza Hut, and man, they'd walk in the door and you could smell it on their clothes.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think that rings true of McDonald's and Burger King and fish places, any restaurant. I think that's very true.
I guess
I can
I'm
relate
kind
to
of
that.
partial to Pizza Hut. It started in Kansas way back when, and I started eating there not too many years after that.
I did not know that.
It's not changed right. It was not made like they used to make it. I wouldn't like it, but I like their thin crust, hand tossed, just like Ski Man.
The one type of restaurant that has the strongest odor to me, the strongest smell to me when you first walk in is Chinese buffet. For some reason, it's those when you walk in, it's like.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Could be sushi.
Oh,
Yeah, sushi. That exactly. It's the sushi that stinks.
Kroger had that. Kroger brought that.
Ski Man says it's the MSG. Who knows what it is actually?
I'm surprised that lasted this long at Kroger.
Oh yeah, Ram brings up a really good point. What he notices about Pizza Hut, at least where he's at, is that the quality varies from one location to another, unlike Domino's, which is 100% identical. Now, I don't know about Domino's. I haven't eaten that in many, many years.
I'm not a Domino's fan. The one time I got sick off of eating pizza, it was bad pizza from a Domino's.
From Domino's, yeah.
We
I
stopped.
like Domino's thin crust is good.
Well, it's not consistent in my experience. Here, we were a little place in Kentucky. We used to stop to buy gas when we lived back in Tennessee. We'd go to visit my mother in Kansas, and right next door, this station convenience store thing was a Domino's. So one time we just got one to go and headed on out, and all 3 of us got sick. So I mean, that depends on the individual store, of course. I mean, I wouldn't say the whole chain was like that, but I'm just saying it's not been consistent in my experience.
Randy Israel is asking if anyone has had Papa John's.
Yes.
My brother believes in nothing but Papa John's, and so the last time I visited him, he was having dinner, and he said, "Go ahead and grab a couple pieces," which I did, and they were thin crust, and I think it was chicken bacon ranch. I think.
Oh man, that's good.
It wasn't bad, Chris. It wasn't bad at all.
I like
actually.
Papa John's, whatever it's called there, where you have everything on it except anchovies.
The works.
Yeah.
I could do either one of them.
I don't think I could do anchovies.
No.
To me, the best part about Papa John's is number one, they put the toppings, they put the cheese on top of the toppings instead of putting the toppings on top of the cheese.
Mm.
Number two, I like their spicy garlic butter sauce.
Yep.
And number three, I like that they give you the peppers with the pizzas. I always order extra banana peppers and extra pepperoncinis when I.
Yeah, I like the peppers that come with it too.
Ken, did
And
you say you went to
their
Germany?
special seasoning they have.
Do what, Sin?
Did you ever? Were you ever in Germany?
Yes. Bad
Did you ever
croissant.
have pizza over there?
Pizza in Germany. No, I don't recall, no.
I got it in restaurants, but they always gave you a fork and knife too at the same time, and that was a European thing.
Yeah.
They would never just take a whole slice.
Well,
of it.
and the same thing with
They
their
would
French
cut it.
fries. They don't put ketchup on their French fries. They put, anyone? Mayonnaise.
I was gonna say that mayonnaise.
Hey, Jim. Jeff Ryman.
Yes.
Hey, Augusta, Georgia. I don't know if you remember or not, but they got an old style Pizza Hut with the old buildings. They had
I never ate at the one in Augusta. I always ate in Aiken, South Carolina, which is where we lived right across the state line.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever went to Augusta or not, but it was close to the hospital.
Well, no. I went to the state medical school there is where we went for doctors.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know a little bit about Augusta, not a lot, but I know some of the places.
Papa John's is not actually my favorite pizza place that I've had. It's my favorite chain pizza place that everywhere has. But my favorite pizza place that I went to is one time we were working on some project at college for some boys halfway house over there by the college. And after we got done, they wanted to go to this. We all decided to go to this local place called Pablo's Pizza. That's the best locally owned business pizza I've had.
So, referring back to Sin's question about the pizza in Germany, the only food that I remember eating a lot of in Germany was gyros. It seemed like there was a gyro stand literally every 50 feet or so. And then in Oktoberfest,
I didn't know you ate money.
Euro is like a wrap something.
It's like a
Gyro?
gyro.
The gyro.
gyros. I don't know how to pronounce it. Come on, English.
No,
It's pretty much
pronounce
Euro.
it gyro, but Americans pronounce it gyro.
Yeah, we tend to pronounce it how we wish. And the cool thing about it was, just outside the barracks, there was a gyro, whatever you want to call it, stand. And it stayed open till practically all hours of the day because
they sold bratwurst there and schnitzel. You get
schnitzel. Yeah,
they were good.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
love those.
Ski Man said his wife was. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And a big cone of pommes frites. or
Yeah,
French
well,
fries
for everybody,
with
French fries, right?
mayonnaise on it. With
Right.
mayonnaise on it.
Mm-hmm. We have our first chat member from Hong Kong joining us, and they address me as sir. Makes me feel old. So schnitzel, that was the other thing I ate a lot of in Germany.
Yeah.
Good
Now, you
food.
guys ever eaten Marco's Pizza? It's a chain, but it's a relatively newer chain.
We've got
Yeah,
one
they
here
got
in
one
town,
here.
but I've never eaten it yet.
There, we had one in Aiken, South Carolina, right before we left there. One opened up, and then there's one down near where I go to the bank or near that store I got your stuff at, Ken.
Right, right.
They're pretty pricey.
Yeah,
Make.
well, they'll make a Sicilian pizza too, and that's big and square, and like 20 pieces,
Mm.
20 slices.
Yeah.
Marco's is all right, but
Ski Man mentioned his wife was born at the hospital in Bitburg. Oddly enough, that's where my little sister was stationed with her husband when they were there. And we were stationed. I was stationed with my wife at the time and children at the same time. My sister and her husband at the time and children were stationed at Bitburg, and it was so cool just going down to visit, back and forth and everything. Beautiful country. If you ever get a chance to go. I absolutely enjoyed it there. If you like to drive fast, buy a Beamer,
Oh, yeah.
drive fast. And that's
I was
just
there
in the
for-
city. Yes,
I was there
Alex.
for 2 years, and I learned. I mean, if you go to another town, they have a different dialect of German. You know, you didn't have to travel very far. And
Right.
every city had their own brewery, which had the fest for the year. I mean, they do it all year long. You know, down in Munich, it's just in October, or
Yeah.
no, it's not even in October. It's in September is when they hold that thing.
Ski Man.
But every town has their own brewery.
English. Yeah. Ski Man says he wants to try the Autobahn. I enjoyed the cool thing about the Autobahn, you can drive fast and you look in your mirror, your rearview mirror and your side mirror, and you see a little bitty dot. And that dot would get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then the car would zoom past you, and then it would become a little bitty dot again. Generally, it was a Porsche, and generally it was hauling, as you know, what?
The
but
mail.
The mail. The mail. There you go. Family friendly. The mail.
Sometimes it might have been hauling the female too.
Yes, Ski Man, that is correct. We'll go with the British word for that, but the mail. I like that. Meredith D joins us over in the chat room. Good to see her. It's good to see some of my new subscribers showing up and participating.
Yeah.
Bobby Warren shows up in chat. Hello, Bobby. Unfortunately, you have about a minute and a half, and then the stream will be ending. Sorry about your luck, but it is good to see you. I'm still sticking to right around a half hour. There was something that was going to be discussed tonight if somebody showed up. Not ending it yet, Sam. It's on the macro. It'll automatically end. One of the coin guys is having an issue with his camera. He connects it USB into a hub, and it'll work. And then you can hear the ever popular and famous doo-doo, and it goes out. I told him I would ask you guys tonight, and we'd run it through the homies and see what we would come up with, so that he can watch the stream now to get it.
Some USB things just don't work as well through a hub. They're supposed to, but it may not be.
Right, but the problem is when he plugs it directly into the motherboard, it don't work at all. And he said it's a cheap $20 Amazon camera. Bobby Warren said, "Did you tell him about Doug?" No, I did not. I told him that the Zoom homies would discuss it both during the stream if he showed up and or after the stream.
I'm wondering if it's USB 2 or USB 3.
What kind of hub? What kind of hub is it? What brand of hub is it?
I didn't think to ask him. He said it's got 6 or 7 slots on it. That was all. He's not the best in tech, so sounds like a broken or not getting enough power.
USB 2, aren't they?
I would say
Pardon, Jeff?
I think most cameras, even especially cheaper cameras, surely are still USB 2.
Yes,
That
they
makes
are,
sense.
unless you get like the really high quality ones like Jim has that are 4K, then those are USB 3.
We've had a request for overtime, so once the
How do we have
roll rolls, I
special-
will keep we'll go into a little bit of overtime. Not sure why, but he actually put it in overtime, please. And well, he said please, so I got to do it. Ren Israel
Well-
says, is it active or passive powered hub? Again, I don't know. These are great things for me to ask the next time I talk to him.
But the fact that it doesn't work at all, plugged directly into the motherboard, is what's confusing to
Very
me.
concerning, yeah.
I
Very
thought they were
concerning.
supposed to be color coded some way, but I can't put a rhyme or reason behind it.
Supposed to be color coded, but
Well, some of the blue ones are 3, and the red ones are like 3.1 or 3.2 or some damn thing. I'm not sure how consistent all of that is.
All of
what are
my
the turquoise ones?
like
Pretty.
USB 3.2 or something like that.
Jeff, I got 3.1 on my Dell XPS desktop, and it's blue.
So once
Really?
again, when the scroll goes by, don't go anywhere. I'm going to
Yeah,
go into
I'm-
overtime.
Believe it or
We will
not,
come back.
I think I mentioned
Those
I'm
fish,
just
those are
saying-
these fish right here. Thank you, Ski Man, for asking that question. When we come back, I'll explain this to you.
On my Intel Nook,
No, dog.
all of my ports are USB 3 on my Intel Nook here on my computer here, but the ones at the back are plugged into a USB 2.0 hub that I have literally had over 10 years that still works flawless. And I've got my camera, microphone, keyboard, mouse, everything else plugged into it.
Windows 98 days. It is. I think it still works somewhere.
I want to answer, Josh, hang on. I'll come to you next. I want to answer Ski Man's question. He's asking me about these fish. Believe it or not, those are my fish in a fish tank. And I didn't have any fancy background on the back of it. That's against the wall. I got very lucky, and the two fish were crossing paths, so to speak. And I got the picture. It's hard to get pictures of fish. I'll just go with that. Yes, Ghetto, what is your question? You have your hand raised.
But when I open up Fortnite, YouTube or not YouTube, either. When I open up Fortnite, Microsoft want me to get something from the Microsoft store. I can escape out of it, but how do I stop it from coming up?
I don't know. We'll deal with it
Yeah.
after we end the show and see if we can figure it out. Or send Doug an email. I don't know. Maryvale May joins us.
Yeah.
I believe that's actually Drew, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that. Now, oh, wait a minute. Did the chat, can I no longer do chat? Looks like that might be the last one that I can post if even that shows up. So, okay, so Sam asked whose fish it was. I'm sorry, I thought it was Ski Man. My bad. Guess I better put myself in the waiting room.
That's okay. I'll survive.
I'll do it for you.
Thank you, Ghetto. I appreciate that.
If
Some
I get,
Microsoft messages keep popping up, like whenever, not all the time, but occasionally, when I'm logging out of one of the accounts on my PC, and they're all local. It asks me, don't you want to log into your Microsoft account? And it just pops up when I bring up the start menu as I'm getting ready to just log out of that account. And I have yet to Google or anybody tell me a way to avoid that message. If Microsoft's trying to sell you something, it may be difficult to keep them from, it may be hard to hide that message. I don't know.
Just out of curiosity, I'm not sure why I just thought of this right now. Has anyone seen Doug's upload of a trailer today?
Yes, I have.
No.
Anybody
not me.
besides Ghetto?
No, I saw, when I clicked on the bell, I saw something about it. But
I'm
I didn't
curious
watch it.
if he will discuss my comment I put on it at the bottom or not tomorrow. Yes, Ghetto.
Is that the Johnny Be Good thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He
Well,
should do.
officially Ghetto Fortnite.
You changed your name.
Yep.
Doug needs to do.
I'll be filing copyright violations against that.
Doug needs to do Elvis Presley in the ghetto.
Yeah, that would be a good one to do. That's a good song.
How is anybody going to even be able to find your channel and you're going to be able to get more subscribers, Josh, if you keep changing your name on your...
Because believe it or not, those that are subscribed to him and know his old channel, it'll direct them to his new channel.
Okay.
Well, what about... Well, I know that, but that wasn't the conclusion. I was what about him getting new subscribers?
The same way we all get new subscribers. He's either going to get lucky and someone scrolling by in the gaming industry and see it and subscribe, or maybe he reaches out to people for assistance. I don't know. Can't tell you. But it's not going to... I could change my name tonight, and other than it's going to change the name, but I'm not going to, and I have my reasons why I'm not going to.
I just did it because I like it.
Don't worry. Copyright, I will file when I see it. I'll take care of it. Bobby Warren says it was funny. It's a joke. I'm not serious. He uses our picture, mine, Robert's, and some dude down in Sheratonville, Monroe in Arkansas for his top. I mean, if I was going to say anything, I'd have said something about that a long time ago, but he asked permission, and it's okay. I don't think that's conductive of your channel, but hey, gets us some exposure, right, Alex?
I wouldn't have the YouTube channel if it wasn't for you. Right?
Well, you have to have a channel to make comments on anyone's stream nowadays, and I still disagree.
I mean,
with
I wouldn't be streaming if it wasn't for you guys.
Oh, gotcha. Ski Man says, thanks for the overtime, Ken. You're quite welcome. You can email me at the creds right there and explain why you requested overtime. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, I just now thought about this. You know something really cool that happened today while me and my mom was out eating. Neither one of us brought leftovers home from the restaurant, and she's the leftover queen. She always brings something home. It don't matter where we go eat. She always brings something home. It was so good. The food was so good. I guess that neither one of us brought anything home. We both cleaned our plates.
So full disclosure, did you eat your mom's food for her?
No, I did not. I had my own food.
Ski Man says he can answer that now. No problem, Ski Man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you showing up every night, as I do all the homies.
I surprised her too, because when we got in there and the waitress was asking us what we wanted to drink, I said, I told her I would like a mocktail, and my mom was surprised that I knew what a mocktail was, a non-alcoholic cocktail. And I asked her what what kinds do y'all have? And she said, it's just whatever the bartender comes up with. So it ended up being some kind of sparkling blood orange. It was pretty good.
Well, you had a good lunch, right?
Right.
So you had a pretty decent
The worst
birthday
part
then.
about it was my mom almost lost her top trying to find a parking spot, because the whole time I misinformed her because I thought it was free parking. Well, guess what? There's no free parking down there downtown. So
We covered that
I
last night.
know, but she didn't know that, so she drove around and a time or two, and almost got to the point where she said, "I'm gonna drive around here one more time, and if I don't find no parking spot, we're going home." So I said, "Why don't you just pull in that parking garage there? Here's my phone. Tap my phone on the thing to open the gate up, and I'll just pay."
So you put an app on your phone for parking?
No, it's just the Google Pay, tap to pay, whatever.
Oh, okay.
You just use your phone and tap it on the card reader.
Gotcha.
And
Henry Nelson joins us in chat. Good to see you, Henry. Well, we'll go on a couple more minutes. If anybody's got any topic they'd like to bring up or anything they want to bring to the table a la Doug Betts, then now would be the time to do it.
Just was looking.
Well, okay, everybody. Thanks for the stream. I'll see you tomorrow night. Go ahead, Jeff.
No, I'm just looking at Doug's new trailer there, Johnny Be Good. And every time I hear that, I think of the movies Back to the Future.
Yeah, it was used in that, wasn't it?
Right. It's where he gets up on the stage and he's playing it, and then he's seeing himself after he comes back again. And
right.
It just got nuts.
now was Michael J. Fox, was he a true musician or was he faking that?
I think so.
Yeah, I thought he was too. Ski Man says, yeah, Michael J. Fox. I mean,
yeah.
It's not.
Well, I mean, it was kind of cute the way they worked that in. He already knew the song because he's from the future, and yet the guy
there
whose
you go.
hand got hurt there was the cousin of the guy who did the song originally.
Ski Man said he played it
on the
followed
phone
up
to
by
the cousin holding out the phone and say, "Here, Chuck, this is
right.
You need to get."
Right. Yeah.
So
Henry Nelson says, "Yeah, but he's no Chuck Berry." That's very true. Very true.
Why did my picture get smaller?
Chris, I don't know. That we've had this
because
issue.
somebody.
Actually,
because
all the
somebody
pictures
else
are
is
goofed
going
up
to the-
because let me go full screen and see if that fixes it.
So it's not my end.
No, it's not. And yeah, no, the clocks are off again. Zoom's off again. I'm not going to mess with it live. I think I'm going to get with Wintermute and see if we can't redo the clocks, and I'll rearrange the stream again to see if we can make it look right.
I just think it's Chris's computer. He got a smaller monitor or something.
No, it looks like
Actually,
it looks like Sin might be cut off, and it looks like Williams cut off on the stream. Sam is clearly cut off on the stream.
Yeah.
Actually, it is smaller than that because it's on a laptop.
No, Google says
Well,
Michael J.
that
Fox
might
did not play
explain
his
part
part.
of the reason, but the
Well,
other
it
part
was bigger last
is
night, though, on a laptop. It was bigger. I don't know.
so I did not move anything around as far as Zoom goes. So I don't know. It's really frustrating. I get this thing how I like it, and then suddenly it goes to Arkansas and doesn't work.
I just noticed something, Ken. On your title, you said on your title for the stream, it says "so." It isn't so. Like, do you mean? Did you? Is that a typo? Did you mean to say it isn't so?
I think it says the stream for 111.24. The error is over, so it isn't so bad. So loud. You can interpret it any way you want. And as soon as I get back to Zoom, I got co-host those soundbar problems over in the waiting room, please. Now, I did put Zoom on top of the clocks, and I'm aware it looks horrible. I'm just trying something here. And Chris, your picture is still wonky. So if I bring Zoom out like this, that pretty much, with the exception of Alex and Sin, okay, now they're correct. But that leaves me very little of any room to do the vertical clocks that I really like. So this is something else we can discuss later on.
I vote no.
Vote no for what? Not change it, leave it as is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mess with it.
Well, I don't know. I want to get it to where I don't have to keep moving it around and changing stuff. See, right now, William's cut off again, and then Sin's going to be cut off again. So I'll get with a couple people and we'll get it figured out. So we got about 15 more minutes and we'll be coming up on an hour. For now, I'm just going to leave it like that. I know it's wrong. I know it looks horrible. I know William and Sam and Sin and Alex are cut off. I understand that. Y'all look skinnier now. Yes, it's the Ken Stout Zoom weight loss program. For $9.99 a month, you too can look skinnier on YouTube.
Yeah,
So then I need
Israel says that Michael J. Fox did not.
What's the O for an OBS?
What's the
Olympic?
what? What's the what for what?
The O in OBS. What's that stand for?
I think it's open source something.
Open source broadcasting. Is that in an open source, open broadcasting source, I believe.
Open broadcaster software.
Broadcaster, okay.
Isn't there a slim down drug that starts with O?
I don't know. Brent Israel suggests, how about having the clock scroll across the bottom like bulletins on the news? I'll get with my technical department and see what they can come up with. Which I haven't seen him yet tonight. I figured he would actually understand what tonight's title is all about. He hadn't made any comments yet. Or if he has, I haven't seen it. Which could be the case. I miss Rand's.
So
sometimes keeping up with chat's hard to do.
I got some great news at the doctor today. She said that the next pump I get will be a 40 milliliter pump, which it will hold 40 milliliters of medicine, which will mean I will only have to go to the doctor for a refill between every 6 and 8 months instead of every 3 to 4 months.
What do you currently have size wise?
It's like a 30 milliliter. So I have to, it's either a 20 or 30 milliliter. Not for sure what it is, but I have to get refilled between every 3 and 4 months. And she said my next one will be the largest one they make. The 40 milliliter will allow me to only have to get a refill between every 6 and 8 months. So that'll be good.
Wintermute's asking if the new drug to be thinner is Ozempic. No, it's just join us here and I'll mess around with the settings and stretch you guys out and you'll look thinner. You're still going to be as big as you are in real life, but you're going to look so much better.
It's Ozempic broadcast system.
Yeah. Speaking of, let me introduce you to my new sponsor.
Actually, the OBS stands for the old BS, and I keep trying to tell Ken to switch to the new BS, but
that would solve all my problems, you know? That would solve all my problems. So if it's okay, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you want to join us on the Zoom, and I really would like to have you join us on the after stream Zoom, K-Stout Z00M, not 0000. It's not Tagalog, it's 00 @gmail.com. Join us. get to know us. We'll get to know you, and
Mm.
hopefully see you on the live stream one night. I get it's not for every day, every day. English. I get it's not for
Everybody.
everyone, but if we can do it, anybody can do it. So good night, everyone, over the YouTube world. Just giving the generic
Good night,
one
Rand.
wave. Good
Morning,
night.
Rand, whatever.
Yeah. Good night, Ski Mute. Winner 2137. I'm going.
I had a